Stay tuned for the following special presentation from 1220 and 103.7 FM KOFO.
KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, is proud to bring you our Game of the Week Arvest Bank Football Pregame Show online at KOFO.com. At Arvest Bank, it's goodbye limits, hello possibilities. Our featured Game of the Week tonight finds the West Franklin Falcons hosting the Mission Valley Vikings. Here to preview tonight's game is KOFO's Blake Griffin.
Hello, live from Pomona, Kansas for the Game of the Week on the campus of West Franklin High School. I'm Blake Griffin. Another Friday Night Lights game. The West Franklin Falcons taking on the Vikings of Mission Valley. Looks like West Franklin going to take the fields right about now as we look to get things rolling. West Franklin just about ready to take the fields. Mission Valley across with West Franklin, a record of 2-0, 2 good games to start a overrunning Northern Heights in week number 1 and last week against the cross-county rival in Central Heights, a tight matchup where they won by 11, had a very good second half. Gonna rely a lot on the run game tonight as we got some on and off rain showers here in Pomona as here come the Falcons onto the field waving the American flag as they come onto the fields. All grass here on the field, so we'll see how that affects things as we look to get things rolling into this Game of the Week action. We'll come back. You're listening to the Game of the Week here on KOFO.
Senior number 15.
Looking for a better rate of return on your savings? Arvest Bank is ready to help with great rates on certificates of deposit. You can earn 4.42% APY on a 7-month CD or 4.68% APY on a 14-month CD with a minimum deposit of just $1,000. And it's easy to get started. Stop by any one of Arvest's over 200 branch locations to open your account. Other rates and terms are available. Arvest Bank, member FDIC.
A message from Cover Kansas. Don't lose Medicaid coverage in 2023. CanCare members need to update and verify their contact information. If your address with CanCare is not up to date, you could lose Medicaid or CHIP coverage this year. Go to cancare.ks.gov and click the red chat icon to update or verify your info today. Sponsored by Community Care Network of Kansas and aired in cooperation with the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
Looking for a better rate of return on your savings? Arvest Bank is ready to help with great rates on certificates of deposit. You can earn 4.42% APY on a 7-month CD or 4.68% APY on a 14-month CD with a minimum deposit of just $1,000. And it's easy to get started. Stop by any one of Arvest's over 200 branch locations to open your account. Other rates and terms are available. Arvest Bank, member FDIC.
There's nothing like a day at the K. This is State Farm Agent Ryan Disbro in Garnett.
And Derek Chappell with KOFO.
And we're giving you the chance to see the boys in blue at Kauffman Stadium again this season. Stop by our office at 504 West Redbud in Garnett and register to win tickets to see the Royals host the Yankees on September 30th.
We'll announce the winner on September 27th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
1-2 pitch, hammered deep to straightaway center. Roberts back on the track at the fence. Goodbye!
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm Agent Ryan Disbro and KOFO.
Back here at West Franklin High School as the national anthem wraps up right in front of us. I'm Blake Griffin on the Game of the Week. We're back at West Franklin High School once again, looking for back-to-back wins. Home team was not lost here on the Game of the Week. We had Wellsville week number 1, West Franklin last week, and we are back here in Pomona for game number 3 to take on the Mission Valley Vikings, who have had a rough go of things to start. A tough 2 games to start. They come in to the week 0-2 with West Franklin 2-0. Mentioned those 2 wins in the opener. Mission Valley coming off a 48-7 loss against Osage City in week 1 and a 28-6 loss against Council Grove last week. They look to turn things around. The Falcons look to keep things rolling in the right direction for them. About 5 minutes into this pregame. Most notably, going to look to see if they can continue the pass game. I mentioned it's got some on and off showers here for tonight's game. So not sure if that's going to dictate the pass game a little bit. It looks like it has stopped for the time being. So might open up the pass game once again. Gavin Gonzalez, 143 yards through the air last week, 2 passing touchdowns. Also with 63 yards on the ground and a rushing touchdown. Michael Boley, number 15, 76 yards on the grounds. Bryce Hatfield and Hunter Creaky, the 2 leading receivers for West Franklin last week, with Creaky the lone recipient of the touchdown through the air. Should be a good one here between 2 teams that are looking for an impact game as they run into week 4. A couple of minutes remaining. Looks like we got a coin flip out there on the fields. We'll see who win it. West Franklin wins the toss. They're going to defer to the second half. So it'll be the Vikings of Mission Valley to take the first possession. When we return, you're listening to the Arvest Bank pregame show here on KOFO.
There's nothing like a day at the K. This is State Farm Agent Ryan Disbro and Garnett.
And Derek Chappell with KOFO.
And we're giving you the chance to see the boys in blue at Kauffman Stadium again this season. Stop by our office at 504 West Redbud and Garnett and register to win tickets to see the Royals host the Yankees on September 30th.
We'll announce the winner on September 27th during the Brad Howard Early Morning Show.
1-2 pitch, hammered deep to straightaway center. Roberts back on the track at the fence. Goodbye.
Register now to see the Kansas City Royals from State Farm Agent Ryan Disbro and KOFO.
Looking for a better rate of return on your savings? Arvest Bank is ready to help with great rates on certificates of deposit. You can earn 4.42% APY on a 7-month CD or 4.68% APY on a 14-month CD with a minimum deposit of just $1,000. And it's easy to get started. Stop by any one of Arvest's over 200 branch locations to open your account. Other rates and terms are available. Arvest Bank, member FDIC.
Back here, it'll be West Franklin to take the ball first. Kickoff just around the corner. Mentions a little bit colder tonight. Seeing some temperatures drop a bit. They got the wind swirling around here in Pomona, 75 degrees. Says we got a drizzle. It's it's been on and off all afternoon. We're going to take a quick break as West Franklin going to kick off here first. You've been listening to the Arvest Bank pregame show, the game of the week on KOFO.
You've been listening to the Arvest Bank Game of the Week football pregame show online at KOFO.com. Arvest Bank. Goodbye limits. Hello possibilities. Stay tuned. Our opening kickoff from West Franklin High School is coming up next. KOFO, your sports source for East Central Kansas, welcomes you to our Game of the Week football broadcast on KOFO.com. Tonight, the West Franklin Falcons host the Mission Valley Vikings. Our Game of the Week on KOFO.com is brought to you by CarStar, Quality Structure, Kansas State Bank, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Nuco Concrete, and by Beanie's Body Shop and Repair, Impact Wealth Planners, Ottawa Veterinary Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, also by Ottawa University, Arvest Bank, Advent Health Ottawa, Dingle & Son Mortuary, and by the Ottawa Herald, Midwest Auto Center, Blends and Trends, and Goppert State Service Bank. Now let's rejoin the voice of our Game of the Week broadcast, Blake Griffin.
After a kickoff return, Mission Valley going to pass on the first play of the game. It's a little screen out to the right-hand side. Quickly getting it off is Porter Dieters over there on the right hand. Over to Colton Applehands on the far sideline. Italy gets 13 yards on the pass. Immediately a big gain here just starts. Try to mark that down on the book. First down at the 38 here for Mission Valley. Timeouts. Stack receivers out to the right-hand side. 2 backs in the backfields. It's a quarterback draws a design draw. Skates past one. Finds himself in the open field. Dieters down the far sideline is pushed out of bounds on that far sideline by Jason Abarca. Flag in the backfield. It will be holding, and it will back the Vikings up.
Holding.
So check away.
The 10-yard penalty.
A big play on the second drive of the second play of the game.
First down.
Immediately seeing This Mission Valley team look for some holes here early. First, the pass to Applehounds on the far side. It is on QB draw. So the line out, 11:21 remaining here in this first quarter. Two backs in the backfields. But Dieter is out of the shotgun. Two receivers out to the left of him. He'll drop back to pass. Wants it on this near sideline as a receiver open. It's caught a couple extra yards after the catch. Bryce Bunger, it looked like the completion.
9-yard gain of play.
Well, they got all the way almost back to the original line of scrimmage. So they eat away the penalty yardage. Here on this near hash, 10:45 remaining first quarter. Mission Valley, two receivers out to the right, two in the backfields. Dieters rolls to his right, looks like a designed run. Two blockers down in front of him, raging towards the far sideline, rushing outstretched ball for the first down marker.
Dieters, ball carrier.
They will give it just short.
11 on the play, brings it just shy of the first down.
So a rush from Dieters.
Back away to the play, number 11, Chandler Scott.
We did see a rush earlier from Dieters.
Ball to 47.
It was taken away from the hold penalty. We'll bring up third and inches from about the 47. Dieters back in the shotgun. Two receivers out wide. Handoff up the middle. It will be immediately smothered in the backfields. Handed it off to Applehounds on the
number 2, Applehands.
Rush up the middle and was met with
time on the field for measurement.
A swarm of blue jerseys. They're going to bring the sticks out here on third down. He fell forward. They wait to get these chains out. 2-0 are the Falcons, 0-2 are the Vikings of Mission Valley. As they outstretch those chains. Still looking for it. Having a little bit of trouble getting the chains all lined up.
Fourth down.
But they will say short, and it will be fourth down. West Franklin trying to make good use of the first defensive possession. Deferred to take the kick next half. As Mission Valley puts one in motion. Dieters now 4 in the backfield. Him out of the shotgun. Will go to his left. Has a couple of blockers in front of him. Gets upended, but does have first down yardage.
Ball carrier, short gain of plays, good for the Vikings. First down, tackle made number 1, Hunter Creek.
Hunter Creaky on the tackle, but a fourth down conversion brings it first and 10 at the 50-yard line. They get the quarterback design run. They brought the extra blocker into the backfield, threw all of the blockers out in front of him. 9:38. About 2 minutes eaten up as we get trips to the left-hand side for Mission Valley. Put one in motion. And it off. Another one back in the backfield who was eaten up immediately, trying to drive through the extra yardage through the pile. With the blue jerseys not giving an inch. A rush for nothing on first down.
Short gain on the play. Right in the back of number 50, Wyatt Wright.
Second down. Take under the 9-minute mark here from West Franklin. Getting at 10 o'clock on this first drive are the Vikings. Again, some two receivers out to the right, one to the left.
3-by-1.
One directed behind Dieters. And the shotgun drops back to pass. Pass rush is eaten up. The pass out to the far sideline is caught. Oh, pardon me. Will be incomplete.
Pass intended for number 7, Caden Brooks.
had to come back on it. Was trying to find an official. I ended up looking at a coach, which is probably not the person you want to be looking at.
Third down.
They're going to try to call for a catch all the way through. We'll bring up third down and 10. Tried to air it out. Tried to find his intended receiver coming back on the ball. Was well defended on that far side. Again, they go trips to the left-hand side. Double option, they pitch it to the trail runner. Will be Cale McCarts, who gets a couple of yards.
Number 8, Cale McCart, the ball carrier.
We're from the 50.
Gain of 6 on the play.
To about the
Tackle man number
43, 42.
Third down.
I'll go third down and 3. Short yardage here for third down. For fourth down, they again will try to go for it. Out to the right, Dieters. Thought about the pitch, will keep it himself. Finds far sideline, has far sideline. Still tiptoeing his way down the far sideline and is blasted out of bounds. That's Hunter Creaky down the goal line, saving a touchdown.
Tackle made near the goal line, number 1, Hunter Creaky.
So again, they use the legs of Dieters. Was able to get the edge on this near hash. He has some room on that far side. A run of about 38. They go all the way out to the 5-yard line, first and goal. Send 2 receivers out to the left, 2 in the backfield with Dieters out of the shotgun. They go a handoff to the back of the backfield, who's eaten up. Looks like Drake Duncan. Duncan gobbled up by the Falcons defense.
The play brings up second down and goal.
Falcons defensive line has done a good job of jumping those handoffs a couple of times and beats by Dieters primarily. He rushed for 38. A couple of small rushes all the way around. At the 7. And a great rush as Dieters had nowhere to go. I don't even know if he was able to get the
loss of 6.
The ball off. It's a sack.
Sacked by number 5, Lane Polchik. Brings up third and goal.
Huge loss of downage as they go from the 7 to the 14. We'll bring up a long third and goal. Third and goal from the 14. The Vikings have looked good on their first drive, but have looking like they're going to sputter out here in the red zone. That big rush from Dieters. Would not be surprised if they see a design run here again. They put 1 in motion, 1 behind him. 2 receivers out to his right out of the shotgun. They go option again. He pitches it out. Hurdles 1 over there. Does apple hands, but he's pushed out of bounds before he really gets going.
Flag on the play.
We will see a flag. Let's Franken head coach Wavin deny. They're going to decline the penalty, and it will be 4th down. Oh, never mind.
Personal foul against the Vikings. 15-yard penalty.
The penalty's going to back them up. 15. All the way back to the 30. Or possibly not. Yeah, again, saw that they were declining the penalty.
Bringing up 4th and goal from the 14-yard line.
Much rather see the 4th and goal. The 4th and goal from the 14. A long way to go. Would not be surprised if might see The kick, and indeed a kick unit comes out. So it will be Nick Wrights on for the kick. Pardon me, number 33, Hemi Dufering. By his right leg, it is short. Back there, too. Recover is Jason Abarca. Has the near sideline, has one to beat. Gets past him, has some walking out in front, and is pushed out of bounds. Out of bounds, the 30-yard line. With the kick no good, we're way back to the 20.
Yeah, field goal attempt is no good. Falcons have the football first and 10 at the 20.
So field goal miss on the first drive as Abarca trying to bring it back. Can't return out of the end zone. That's what I'm hearing to my right. So they bring it back to the 20 as a touchback. We'll see the Falcons have their first drive of the game, the 5:44 mark. First ball is handed off. Boley will roll forward for
Number 15, Boley, the ball carrier.
a couple of yards.
Tackle number 65, Connor Holting. Second down. Ball to 23.
Moving a couple of yards forward. It's a gain of about 3 or 4. Second and 7. Manchon Gonzalez, 143 yards to the air last week. Again, they'll pound it. There, the Vikings in full force. Lots of white jerseys as they handle the ball off to the left.
Chandler Scott, the ball carrier. Loss on the play.
Chandler Scott's back to probably the original line. Looks like 3rd and 10. Down to 4:30 remaining. They'll go one in the backfield, send 3 receivers out to the left. Gonzalez looks left, fires, has Creaky. It's caught, trying to book it up Fields. Was trying to find a hole and got some minimal yardage. Got a 7-yard gain. It's going to be 4th and short. We'll see what West Franklin wants to do here.
Tackle made on the play. Number 6, Jake Mills. 3rd down.
First pass play of the game. Over on the far hash. I'll put 3 in the backfield with Gonzalez. Send 1 receiver either side. Again, the jump offside. The Vikings, undisciplined, will give up the first down as they jump offside and move the chains.
Mission Valley, that's a 5-yard penalty. That yardage is good for a Falcon. First down. West Franklin football, 1st and 10 at the 33.
As they move up the field, up to the 33. 3:30 remaining here in the first quarter. Neither team has scored. West Franklin on their first drive. Gonzalez going to keep it himself. Looking right, is pulled down from behind in the backfields. Drake Duncan got back in the backfields, pulled down Gonzalez before he was really able to get his feet going.
No gain on the play. Tackle
And we'll go back about a loss of 3.
Loss on the play makes it 2nd down, 13.
Whistles go out. We'll see what's the deal here with the officials. The 2 will come together. Looking at the ball. He didn't like the spots. Gonzalez coming off the field. Not sure quite what the problem is. They'll send on Jason Abarca. 250. Pass out to the far side. They wanted to front it.
Ball's incomplete.
And it will be incomplete.
Receiver.
Bring up third down and 12 as we take under the 3-minute mark in this first quarter. A quick moving first quarter. Mission Valley took about 6 minutes off in their first drive. West Franklin got the ball at 5:44, taking about 3 minutes off here on their drive. They'll send all receivers out empty backfield for Gonzalez. Looks left, is flushed out left. Wants it over the middle. Bowley, it's picked off.
Pass intercepted by the Vikings.
Trying to see who came up with it. It looked like
Porter Dieters.
Porter Dieters.
First down.
The quarterback gets it done on the other ends. And the interception turns the ball over. First turnover on the first drive for West Franklin as Mission Valley will get the ball with 2:39 in this first quarter. At the Mission Valley 47. Empty backfield. Dieters flushed out of the pockets. Still looking to blue jerseys. His stiff arms wide. He's still on his feet. Pushing out to the far side. He runs into his own lineman. Finally lets it loose deep. And overthrows a wide open receiver.
Pass ball's incomplete. Number 2, intended receiver. Second down.
Turns into an absolute fire drill out there on the field. They had 2 receivers wide open to his right. Was running out of gas and just overthrew him. Discrepancy on that far sideline as the Dieters' helmet came off at the end of that play, so he does have to sit out. Unless Mission Valley wants to take a timeout here. Still trying to get an explanation here. 2:23 remaining in this first quarter. So they'll send out Sam Bryan, 5'10" sophomore, for just the one play, it seems, depending on how good this play is. They'll send 3 receivers down to the right, put 1 in motion. They'll drop back to actually hands it off up the middle. Eating up, gain of about 4. And a flag comes flying in late.
Pregame, Leonard Rowe, Chandler Scott. There are flags on the play.
We'll see what the penalty is. As they're moving it against West Franklin. I call face mask.
Personal foul, face mask on West Franklin. That's 15-yard penalty, automatic first down. Mission Valley has the football, 1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So with the face mask, give them a better field position as they move into Falcons territory here at the 30. We took under 2 minutes in this first quarter. Dieters back into the game. Fakes the handoff, wants the option to keep it himself along the far sideline. He's met by a couple of blue jerseys. Travell Frogate is there. Looked like he got to him first.
Tackle made number 84, Wade Nichols, number 3, Bill Frogate. Brings up second down.
Dieters actually getting positive yardage on that one. Didn't see him really get across the line of scrimmage from the angle up here, but we'll call him gain of 2, 2nd and 8. 1:14 remaining here in the first quarter. Mission Valley here on the near side. We'll go Dieters with 1 back and 3 receivers out to his right. They'll put 1 in motion. They'll sit right next on his right hip. Goes out to his right. Dieters looking to run. Actually has a receiver wide open, deep, Passes, jump, fought for, no flags. As Dieter's underthrew it. Barca was there to break it up. As it was Bryce Munger they wanted deep. If Dieter was able to lead that into the end zone, might have been able to run through it, but having to come back and fight through the defender of Barca, able to break it up. So an incompletion. We'll bring up third down. And we will get a timeout.
They have 2 remaining.
So 51.6 remaining here in this first quarter. We'll take a break on the timeout. 30 seconds, we're right back. You're listening to the Game of the Week here on KOFO.
In addition to auto repairs and maintenance, Midwest Auto Center in Wellsville offers a wide variety of new tires in a full range of sizes and brands. And they offer computer balancing, tire rotation, and flat repairs. Schedule an appointment online at midwest-autocenter.com or visit Midwest Auto Center on Facebook.
Looking for the latest fashion trends at affordable prices? Look no further than Blends and Trends at 206 South Main Street in downtown Ottawa. Check out the wide selection of clothing, accessories, home goods, and much more. And let's go Falcons!
51.6 remaining. We're back in Pomona. West Franklin High School taking on the Vikings of Mission Valley. I'm Blake Griffin here for the KOFO out here in week number 3. We're back in Pomona for back-to-back weeks. Liked it so much, had to do it twice. Mission Valley is driving up the West Franklin 28 with the first quarter winding down. Both teams getting a drink break. It's been 2 incompletions, a face mask, and a 2-yard rush to bring us where we sit at the 28 on this drive. Third down and about 8 for the Vikings. We've tried to air out a couple of times and have not been super successful in the pass game. They've cleared out the backfield. Actually, they'll bring back in Brobst into the backfield. Jeters designed to run up the middle, finds a gap, and is brought down by Chandler Scott. Has first down,
First down, tackle made on the play, number 11, Chandler Scott.
Move it up to the 20.
Mission Valley football, 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
And Dieters has been able to do that throughout this first quarter. They move it down 35 seconds left in this first quarter. Dieters has bounced it out to the far side. This time he decided to go up to the middle. We'll have one back with him. Looks like Apple hands. The rain begins to drop down. 3 receivers out left. They go option, and it's fumbled. West Franklin looked like they dropped on top of that. We'll see what the officials say, and it will indeed be a turnover. Trying to dance the other way was Dieters as they quickly move that away. Very confused. They haven't moved the chains yet. And indeed, it will be the fumble. He tried to juke around the defender and instead kept the ball way too high, punched it out with no ball security. As West Franklin will take it over on their own 22 with 10 seconds left in this first quarter. Gonzalez has sprung it on the slant. Received, cuts back inside, wants the far sideline. Still on his feet. Bounces around the 45 before he's pushed out of bounds. 0.9 seconds left in the first quarter. We'll start the clock. Rather, stop the clock, pardon me. They bring it to the 43. A 21-yard pass. Well, pitch and catch. From the 22 to the 43. Finally get something going offensively in the pass game. They go trips down to the right. One of the backfield, Gonzalez looks right. Looking for Hatfields. And right there was Apple Hands. My goodness, almost picked it off again. Jumps the screen on that near side, but it will go out incomplete. And that is where we'll end this first quarter. We'll take a minute break. When we come back, 0-0 our score. Second quarter heating up as West Franklin hits the ball off the fumble and will look to drive for the touchdown. We'll be right back. This is the game of the week here on KOFO.
Learning to work as part of a team is a trait that not only benefits students and athletes now, but can help them as leaders of tomorrow. This is Eric Price, funeral director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, proud to sponsor this sports broadcast on KOFO. Visit lamb-roberts.com.
Whether you're tackling an opponent on the field or tackling a weekend project at home, injuries happen. When they do, you'll be glad Advent Health Ottawa's emergency department and board-certified staff is there to help get you back in the game. At Advent Health Ottawa, nothing is more important than you. Visit AdventHealthOttawa.com.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. Our desire is to provide the very best in funeral service. Our commitment has helped us reach that goal. We will always strive to reach higher. This is Dangle & Son Mortuary, setting the standard for funeral service.
Why pay dealer prices to get your car serviced? The ASE certified technicians at Midwest Auto Center in Wellsville offer the same great service, and any applicable factory warranty remains in effect. Schedule an appointment online at midwest-autocenter.com or visit Midwest Auto Center on Facebook.
After the timeouts, West Franklin going to take a timeout of their own. Didn't have the right personnel out there. We'll send it right back to the station, 30 seconds. And we'll be right back. You're listening to West Franklin football versus the Vikings of Mission Valley here for the KOFO game of the week.
Looking for a better rate of return on your savings? Arvest Bank is ready to help with great rates on certificates of deposit. You can earn 4.42% APY on a 7-month CD or 4.68% APY on a 14-month CD with a minimum deposit of just $1,000. And it's easy to get started. Stop by any one of Arvest's over 200 branch locations to open your account. Other rates and terms are available. Arvest Bank, member FDIC.
Rain beginning to fall here in Pomona on the campus of West Franklin. Gonzalez, 3 receivers out to the right, wants to throw. It has a receiver over the middle. It was Wade Nichols on the intended reception. But as the rain begins to fall down here, we'll see if the Falcons look to wean themselves off of
10. Ball to 43.
Wean themselves off of the pass game, as that ball just bounced right out of the hands. Wet gloves all the way around. 2 receivers out to the right. Gonzalez, 3 receivers out to the right, 1 in the backfield, and 1 to his left. Gonzalez, 3rd and 10. Drops back to pass. Flushed out of the pocket to his right. Looking for the line of scrimmage, and he's brought down on the far sideline. Clock will keep running. 11:35. We'll bring up 4th down. Not sure he got really anything on that. So maybe a half a yard. And will be a punt here on 4th down. Rain coming down, not light out there. See if it has any effect on these long snaps. The punt is up, and it is deep. It's a great punt. Fair catch called for at about the 30-yard line. It will be taken at the 10:58 mark here in the ball game. They try to go pass 3 times on that last drive. They get one before the rain really starts falling, but after the quarter break, they started to get some balls hit off some hands. So it'll be the Vikings to take it on their own 30 with 10:58 in the second remaining. Peters, 1 in the backfield. They go trips out to the right. They put 1 in motion. He'll gain him on his right hip. 1 receiver out to the left. Peters hands the ball off up the middle. Ankle tackle, good tackle, as Preston Bolts was trying to wriggle himself loose. It's a loss of yardage.
Preston Bolts, the ball carrier. Stop in the back of number 78, Shane Fuller. Ball brings up second down.
Loss of yard. We'll bring up second and 11. Most Franklin has eaten up the handoff. It's been Dieter who's had some success in his run game. But the handoffs have not proved successful as Dieter's going to keep it himself. Juke past one and gets some positive yardage.
Dieter's the ball carrier, gain of 7 on the play.
Yeah, about 7.
Tackle made number 13, Bryce Hatfield.
Bryce Hatfield there on the tackle. Had a pick off last game at the interception that kind of closed the game, sealed it for the Falcons last week. That was late in the ball game. 3rd down and 3. 9:45 remaining. Still no score between these two teams as the rain continues to steadily fall. Trips out to the right. One receiver left, one in the backfield. They put one in motion. It is Bolts who goes in motion right onto the right hip of Dieters. They'll fake the handoff. They want to go option. They pitch it out to the far side. Apple hands. Has first down yardage. Lowers the shoulder on one and is hit out of bounds on the seconds, but does have first down yardage.
First down.
Move it to, say, about the 47. So gain of about 10.
1st and 10, Mission Valley, all on the 48.
They come up big on 3rd down and a couple of 4th down conversions on their first drive. They have not really moved into West Franklin territory again. Out to the left side. Dieter's going to keep it himself. A couple of blockers in front of him. Gets to the far sideline. He's out of bounds. I'll give him to the 45. Gain of 6 on the rush.
Here's the ball carrier, gain of 6 in the play. 2nd down, ball to 45.
Ball just shy of the 45. Dieters to take a quick lead. Quarterback keeper once again. He skates past one. Balls forward as they move into Falcons territory.
First down, tackle made on the play.
39-yard line.
56, Ben wide, and 50 Wyatt Wright.
Gain of 8 on the rush. First down for the Vikings. They can really feel the rain start to kick around here. By virtue, the Vikings have kept the ball on the grounds in the hands of Dieter. Dieters has 4 rushes on this drive. The last 4 rushes. Single back, Dieters. Receivers either side, and a false starts will be called.
Mission Valley, 5-yard penalty.
Looked like the left tackle jumping a little bit quickly on that one. Didn't quite like it. Down to the 8:32 mark, they'll back him up 5 yards. So we'll be first down and 15. You really see the rain and sheets out here. We're supposed to get light rain. This is not light rain. 2 in the backfields. Dieters. But I think they end up in the middle to go keeper up to the left-hand side. He has some room. Has first down yardage and a little bit more. Tackle made maybe a little late as flags come flying in.
First down, flag on the play.
It looked like 20 yards on the rush, and then they'll call a personal foul after the rush and move it forward.
Personal foul. West Franklin, that's 15 yards from the end of the run.
So they go from about the 24 to about the 9. They put one in motion up to the 13. The Dieters with one in the backfield. They hand the ball up the middle, pushing through. And getting some positive yardage is Bolt. It's about 5 yards on the rush. Yeah. 7:25 remaining here in the second quarter. Neither team has scored, but the Vikings are knocking on the door. Dieter's going to keep it himself. Actually flips it out to Apple Hands.
Apple Hands the ball carrier.
Driving forward. It's to about the 4.
3rd down at 2. Ball on the 4-yard line.
Another gain on the option. I haven't called Apple Hands' name in quite some time, as they found Dieters and Bolte over the last couple. 3rd and 2 at the 4. Dieters fakes the handoff. He's in some trouble and is eaten up, brought down for a big loss. Big 4th down stoppage.
Loss of 7 on the play. Brings up 4th down.
We'll bring up 4th down and just about 9 at the 11-yard line.
11-yard line.
The Vikings got all the way down here the last time. But they were backed up by a couple of penalties, had to kick the field goal that was missed. We'll see if they can convert this time in the red zone, or if the Falcons defense is going to be a clutch once again. They'll put one in motion to the backfield for Dieters. He wants to pass. Actually, he wants to run it himself. He's in some trouble. Dancing around deep in the backfield. Gets past one. Over onto the far sideline. Jukes to his right. Back in the end zone. Had 2 receivers open to the end zone and a turnover on downs pending this flag. I think he might have threw it past the line of scrimmage. More eligible man downfield.
Flag on the play is an eligible man downfield. That penalty is declined. Turnover on downs. Falcons football.
So they'll take the turnover on downs. And again, the offense sputters out in the red zone. West Franklin football, 5:32 remaining here in the second quarter to go over at their own 10. I'll go 2 in the backfield. And a timeout taken.
Timeout, Falcons.
So West Franklin will take with 5:32 as they look to drive 90 yards down the field, put up the first score of the ball game. You're listening to the Game of the Week here from West Franklin on KOFO.
The Ottawa Herald's new owner, Cherry Road Media, wants your help. Send news tips or story ideas to news@ottawaherald.com. For advertising, call Michael McDaniels, 785-992-0001, extension 2189. Since 1899, Goppert State Service Bank has worked side by side with friends and neighbors to help shape the future of our community. The Goppert State Service Bank offers a full range of banking services for every need. The Goppert State Service Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
KOFO in Pomona, a wet night it's turned out to be. It's been raining for about the entirety of this second quarter. West Franklin will retake possession at their own 10-yard line after a stoppage at the goal line. They want to go deep. Creaky going to have to go up for it. The flag comes out as he had to go through the defender.
Flag on the play. Pass ball is incomplete.
Caden Brooks was there, was not really looking at the football. Threw his hands up, and Creaky doing a good job working right through him. All right, 26 as we'll like to see them move the football here. all the way up to the 25. They're trying to keep that ball dry.
The 15-yard penalty, first down, Falcons, ball to 25.
So they get out of the shadow of their own goalpost for the time being. 5:26. Handoff up the middle. Fighting first down yardage, falls forward.
Comes in the play, good play, Falcons, first down. Tackle made on the play, number 11, Nolan Hanley. That first down brings the ball out to the 39-yard line.
Out to the 39, a rush about 14. With a block in the backfields, 2 running backs with him. They gain it off Boley, bounces it out to the near sideline. One of the edge couldn't find it.
Like this play, the ball carrier, gain of 8 on the play. Tackle made number 4, call it play.
Leads
second down.
The Falcons in
Ball to 49.
Rushing last week with 76 yards. As we get some whistles, a timeout taken by the Vikings.
Mission Valley.
And got to get their ducks in a row. And we tick down to the 4:42 mark. We'll take it with them. You're listening to the Game of the Week from West Franklin here on KOFO.
In addition to auto repairs and maintenance, Midwest Auto Center in Wellsville offers a wide variety of new tires in a full range of sizes and brands. And they offer computer balancing, tire rotation, and flat repairs. Schedule an appointment online at midwest-autocenter.com or visit Midwest Auto Center on Facebook.
At CarStar Ottawa, we consider paintless dent repair the best course of action when repairing minor dents and dings on your vehicle. CarStar Ottawa, 402 North Main Street. Relax, we'll take it from here.
Back here for the Game of the Week. Second down and about 2 for West Franklin. The 4:42 mark. You take down 2 halftime. Neither team has put one into the end zone so far. Mission Valley has had a couple of chances, but a couple of goal line stops from West Franklin. As Zabarka in the backfield hands it off. It's Boley again, bouncing it out to the near sideline. Outs at about the 45. Another favorable gain. We'll call it about 10 or 9 taken from Boley, who continues to run right through him.
43-yard line.
First down. Yardage as they move into Vikings territory. Barca hands it off the middle. Spinning off one and getting
Number 13, Bryce Hatfield. Ball
just a couple of yards. Bryce Hatfield.
Tackle made, number 12, Sam Bryant.
They might give it a gain of 1, maybe 2. Second down. One receiver out the other side of the one in motion. Handoff goes to Scott. Still fighting. Finds a hole, pushes through, fights for about 8 or 9, and is taken down. Flag comes flying out from the back line judge.
Hanley, flag on the play.
They haven't moved the marker just yet.
Horse collar tackle on the Vikings.
So horse collar calls. Have a gain. Add some yardage on there.
That's 10 yards from the end of the run. First down.
All right, 10 yards, a little closer to the goal line as the Falcons deep within the Vikings territory. Put one in motion. Navarca going to keep it himself, wants to throw it for the end zone as a receiver.
Pass falls incomplete for 100.
Oh, he actually dropped it. I sure can contort my body to go see it.
No, he never got control.
Never had control as he was trying to keep a foot in. Barker from his left hand was trying to let it loose. Great play written up, but an unfortunate outcome as they go 4 in the backfield. Sabarka
Back off. Let that off.
scrambling around the pocket, looking for some green grass slips.
Obviously. Mark to the ball carrier. Short gain on the play.
Gain of about 2 or 3, it looked like.
Lucy Bryant's brother.
.320 remaining here in this first half. We sit in the second quarter. Neither team able to put one across as the rain continues to fall on the campus of West Franklin. Avarca with Foley behind him. 2 receivers out to the right. Avarca wants to let it loose towards the end zone. It's caught. Chandler Scott.
Number 11, Chandler Scott, the intended receiver.
Brings it down.
It is a catch.
See if he had first down yardage on that far sideline.
Close.
2:57 as the official is going to bring this back. They have a meeting and
Pass was incomplete.
they will confer and say incomplete.
They're saying that that's what. Flag on the play. An eligible receiver downfield. That penalty is declined.
So a penalty flag was thrown, didn't see it, but it was an eligible man downfield. They'll decline it to the Vikings. Bring up a long 4th down. Abarca in the backfield with Foley right behind him. 3 receivers out to his right, 1 to the near side. We'll drop back to pass. Flushed out of the pockets. Needs to get rid of it. And it's hit out of bounds in the backfields. And a turnover on downs is what we'll see. Neither team able to
Mission Valley Football 1st and 10.
get anything going when it comes down to the red
Ball
zone.
at the 23-yard line.
All the 23 after the turnover on downs. 2:42 remaining here in this second quarter. Down to the 23.
2 left.
They go 3 in the backfields. 2 receivers out left. Teeters keeping himself. Has a back out to the far side. Decides to pitch it, but not able to get to the line of gain. Maybe a half yard as he fell forward, but
Gain on the play.
not sure who it was on that
Tackle made ready.
toss over there.
2nd down.
They'll ring up 2nd downs with just over 2 minutes remaining. 0-0 our score. Those teams have had a couple of shots at the end zone.
That's right.
Trips out to the right-hand side. 1 in the backfield for Dieters, 1 out to the far side. They put 1 in motion. Go around to the hip of Dieters in the backfield. 2 backs. Dieters going to keep it himself. Couple of blockers out in front of him. Cuts up fields for a minimal gain. They look to put a lid on Dieters, who has ran around a couple of big yardage plays.
Number 56 hit live. And number 13, Bryce Hatfield. 3rd down.
Third down and 4.
Your last one, too.
1:18 remaining. Dieters, 1 of the backfields. Drops back to pass. Fires one over the middle. Hits off the hands. Then one hops into the hands of a Falcon. Incomplete pass for 4th down.
Number 7, Caden Brooks. Brings up 4th down.
Tried to air it out on 3rd down. Was a laser out of the hands of Porter Dieters. Oh, too hot to handle with this rain coming down. A lot of passes are going to bounce off of hands. as they will ring out the punt unit. With a good return here, West Franklin could be seeing themselves with a couple of shots of the end zone in this next drive as they head in the locker room. 109 without bounds. He had this up in himself. It's a fire drill up to the far side. He's blasted out of bounds. A gain of about 2. And a turnover on downs is what it'll be. The officials talking it over like maybe he got some positive yardage, but didn't look like he got the first down at all. The Falcons will take over. 1:02 remaining. At their own
ball, the 32-yard line.
Or at the Mission Valley 29. You have Barker in the backfields. One behind him is Boley. One receiver either side with 1:02 left in the first half. Barker takes the snap, hands it off Boley. Boley immediately met at the line, falls forward. Looks like gain of about nothing as they'll stop it here. Timeout taken by the Falcons. Last timeout, 54 seconds left. It'll be second down and 10 when we return. You're listening to the Game of the Week from West Franklin here on KOFO.
Do you really want the Rookie of the Year repairing your vehicle when it's damaged? Experience matters when it comes to your safety on the road, and you won't find another vehicle repair shop with more experience than Beanie's Body Shop and Repair in Ottawa. When you need repairs and peace of mind, call 785-242-4082.
Quality Structures is helping you build the rural American dream today. No more some days. Whether you're wanting a garage for your toys, a riding arena for your horses, or storage for your equipment, Quality Structures is there. Visit Quality Structures in Richmond or online at qualitystructures.com.
Back here at West Franklin, I'm Blake Griffin on KOFO. Game of the Week action. West Franklin taking on the Vikings of Mission Valley in Vikings territory down to the 32, 2nd and 10. Abarca. They'll send 4 receivers out to the right-hand side. Empty backfield for Abarca. Rolls to his right. Dances around one defender. Tucks it himself. Has some room down this near sideline. Out at about the 20.
Abarca, the ball carrier. Stopping around the 20.
They're going to move the chain.
First down.
And he does get out of bounds. Stops the clock. 44 seconds remaining again. Go empty backfield with Abarca up to the 18. He rolls to his right. Airs it out for the end zone. It's off a couple of hands and falls onto the wet grass on the end zone.
Broken up on the play, number 11, Nolan Hanley. Second down.
Bring up second down. $39.8. Nothing. Looking for anything to put them ahead here going into the halftime break. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the near side. Abarca drops back, wants it over the middle. It's caught. Dancing around 1, looking for first down yardage. It is brought down. 30 seconds left. It's going to be a scramble to get to the line in time and get a snap off.
Third down.
20 seconds left. Abarca, empty backfields. They do get the play off. They go for the end zone Pregame. It's broken up.
Ball's incomplete. Number 1, Hunter Creaky, the interior receiver, broken up on the play. Number 5, Preston Pulte. Fourth down.
We'll bring up fourth down with 10.1 remaining. A bad scramble to get to the line. They had enough time to really kind of set themselves there. They did. They wanted the end zone on the near side, tried for one of the better receivers, and were able to. It'll be Travell Froggatt out for the kick, and naturally the Vikings will take the timeout, ice them a little bit. We'll keep it right here for the time being. We got this 30-second timeout. It'll be Travell Froggatt out for the kick. Did convert one last week for about the same range. So a guy who can do it is proven he can do it. With this rain coming down, you got to think about, is the snap going to get off? Is the snap going to get down in time? Is it going to be a good placement? If you're going to slip on the way up to the ball, we should know who will slip trying to set their feet on some rushes. So we will see if all of this can be converted successfully. 10.1 remaining here in the half. Or maybe we'll just see a straight up fake. 4th and about 5. That'll be Hatfield to holds. Froggatt. They'll look for his right foot to give them the lead. Snap is good. Kick is up. And it is good. It is good. Field goal, 3 uprights. Travell Froggatt beats it in and gives the Falcons their first lead of the ball game, 3-0 with 4.8 remaining. We're going to keep it right here as they'll let to kick it off. We'll see how, and it should just be a little squib kick through the middle. The Falcons, who finally see themselves put points on the board. Fight song plays behind. Took them about a minute and 2 seconds, about 58 seconds to get from the 29 of the Vikings down all the way to about the 20 where they kicked the field goal. So they will kick the ball off. Did give up one kickoff return last week. Knock on wood. 4.8 remaining in the half. Ben Lai will take it. Squib kick through the middle.
Flag on the play.
And a flag. Look like offsides. They'll move it back.
Offsides, Falcon.
So a re-kick to be in order. Go back to about the 35. Kick is on the ground. Caught at about the 35. Shaking around is Dieters. Gets past one. And is finally brought down at about the 45 into the Falcons territory as that'll end the half. 3-0 as we head into the halftime break. We get some scores around the state of Kansas as we go into the halftime break. It's been a tough one here, folks. The rain continues to fall as the band will come on and perform. You've been listening to the first half of the Game of the Week from West Franklin here on KOFO.
Kansas State Bank supports the hometown team because when you visit Kansas State Bank, you're banking with hometown people you know, with convenient drive-through hours, loan officers with decades of experience, and their new digital banking suite. Find out more at mykansasstatebank.com. Member FDIC.
I'm John Newhouse of Newco Concrete. From our first contact with you to the cleanup when we're done, you'll find our staff and crew to be professional, respectful, and reliable. That's the only way we do business at Newco Concrete.
Visit online at newcoconcrete.com. Ottawa Veterinary Hospital has some simple steps you can take to prevent heat illness in your pets. Provide fresh, clean water every day. Offer a shaded area where your pet can get out of the sun. And never, ever leave your pet in a parked car. For more information or to schedule a checkup, call Ottawa Veterinary Hospital at 785-242-3538. Get to know your technicians at All Seasons Air Conditioning and Heating.
My name is Aaron Cox, and I am an installer/service technician at All Seasons Heating and Cooling.
How do you practice good customer service?
Try to respect their space and their home. Make sure you don't get their floors all dirty, wear shoe covers, and make sure you don't tear up their home or leave a bad impression. Being able to help them when they're happy and satisfied with the job being done correctly, it makes you feel good.
For your AC, heating, and now plumbing needs, call All Seasons at 8888 Airman, keeping you comfortable in all seasons.
When it comes to jewelry, the fit is important, not just on your finger, but on your wallet. Hi, this is Lindsay Sutton at Sutton's Jewelry in downtown Ottawa, where we work to fit your ring to fit your budget. Diamonds come in all shapes and sizes and price ranges. The last thing we want is for you to think you can't afford a beautiful new ring. Come see our selection at Sutton's Jewelry, 213 South Main, downtown, where there's no high-pressure sales. We just want to be sure the fit on your finger matches the fit on your finances. You've got it made at Sutton's Jewelry.
Here in Pomona, as the rain continues to fall, looks like we're in a bit of a purple zone here. The radar is friendly for the rest of this ball game, as we're supposed to get rain through about the 9 o'clock hour, and that'll be about the entirety of the second half as the band plays out there. They just got back from playing in the state fair. Let's try to get you some scores around the league. 3-0 our score here as we move ourselves into halftime, into the second half. Both teams have been able to get themselves into the red zone, but have just struggled to find that one play to get them in. Just the one field goal. We saw a missed field goal on the other end from Mission Valley on their first drive. They moved it all the way from their own 25 to about field goal range at the other 30. Did a good job. They let Jeters throw and run. He had a big run for about 38 yards that really put them in the range. I believe it was at the 20-yard line. They brought out the kicker and missed just short. The return was also not quite able to be made. And a couple of scores around here. Iola, nothing. Parsons, nothing, as they go into the halftime break. So trying to get to the Ottawa High School game as they are taking on Burlington this week at home. That will be on 1220, 103.7 FM. If you want to keep both of the broadcasts up, Luke Queen has that for you over there at Steve Groen Stadium. As the Cyclones are home this week, we will be not here at West Franklin next week. We'll be in Central Heights next week for the KOFO game of the week, as we move around the county and get a couple of other teams involved in this KOFO game of the week. As I try to fight off a moth here, it's bad with me here in the press box. But again, just the 3-0 score so far. The band playing out. We'll get you some other scores hurl around the way in a couple of minutes. You're listening to the KOFO game of the week here at halftime. 3-0 our score from West Franklin on KOFO.
We're talking with parents and their students on move-in day at Ottawa University.
Angie Lawton, Covington, Louisiana.
What is it you like about your son attending Ottawa University?
I love the size of the school. Love that about him. So it's smaller so he can get used to it.
And you are?
Chase Lawton.
What made you decide to pursue your education at Ottawa University?
I really like I like the size as well. I wasn't really happy with going with a large campus. I kind of like how I could get to know everything way faster.
Ottawa University, preparing students for a life of significance. Find out more by visiting ottawa.edu.
Since 1899, Gobbert State Service Bank has worked side by side with friends and neighbors to help shape the future of our community. The Gobbert State Service Bank offers a full range of banking services for every need. The Gobbert State Service Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Looking for the latest fashion trends at affordable prices? Look no further than Blends and Trends at 206 South Main Street in downtown Ottawa. Check out the wide selection of clothing, accessories, home goods, and much more. And let's go Falcons!
Kansans with disabilities and senior citizens are 3 times more likely to be crime victims. If you are a Kansas senior citizen or a Kansan with a disability and you are a crime victim, contact the Disability Rights Center of Kansas at 877-776-1541. We may be able to help you with your civil legal matter. Contact us at 877-776-1541 or drckansas.org. Once again, if you are a Kansas senior or a Kansan with a disability who is a crime victim, contact the Disability Rights Center of Kansas at 877-776-1541 or drckansas.org. We may be able to help you with your civil legal matter. The content of this radio ad is sponsored by the Disability Rights Center of Kansas and this station. It is supported by a VOCA grant awarded through the Federal Office for Victims of Crime as administered by the Kansas Governor's Grants Program. It does not necessarily reflect the views of the Office of the Kansas Governor or the U.S. Department of Justice.
Back on the campus to West Franklin here in Pomona, Kansas. Blake Griffin for the KOFO Game of the Week. His SpongeBob SquarePants comes blaring out of the horns and drums of the West Franklin marching bands out there. Mentioned they just got back from the state fair and they put on a great display out here. We got the raincoats on, rain or shine, they're going to get it done. They keep rocking and rolling out there. A couple of other scores have rolled in. Lewisburg ahead on Baldwin 34-0. That's a halftime score. First quarter score, not halftime just yet for Wellsville, ahead of Burlington 14-0. As I did get that mistaken, Ottawa taking on Burlington next week. As for Osage City, they're on top of Ope 7-0. Shawnee Mission East and Lawrence High School tied 14-14. Newton on top of Maine 7-0. Fort Scott's on top of Indy 7-0. And 3-0 here. Our score. Rain actually looks like it might be getting harder out there. It is chucking it down. I know that when it rains, it pours. It is a statement, and it's definitely playing out to that. It is raining and pouring. No light rain. I've noticed. I've been out here about 5 years in Kansas. No light rain. They say light rain. It means it's going to rain. About 6 minutes, 6.5 minutes left in this halftime break. Just the one score separating these two teams. Likely going to see a lot of the rush game for the next couple of quarters, especially if this rain continues. Even if it doesn't, it's going to be wet and slippery. Saw a couple of passes to end the half. Abarca put one up for Creaky, who almost came down with it. Was unable to keep the possession and keep the feet in on the near side, near pylon. So just the field goal to separate the two, 3-0. Both teams, again, have had chances. Both defenses have come up big. West Franklin gave up a pick to Porter Peters, who's been rushing the football on the other side, and collected a pick over on their own. The defensive side playing both ways, as you do out here in high school football. He fumbled the ball himself on their second drive. A couple of incompletions as they got the ball at about the 47, got in and around Falcons territory, but not really very deep. Ended up fumbling that football, giving the ball back to West Franklin, who drove it all the way down and were just unsuccessful to... Actually, that was the punt drive. It went punt drive for West Franklin, and then Mission Valley got all the way down to the 10-yard line. It was 4th and 10, scrambling around with Dieters. He threw it up to the end zone, had a wide open receiver in the end zone, overthrew him. Actually, almost overthrew it through the uprights, to be completely honest, and was a turnover on downs. West Franklin then took it over at the 10 and moved it all the way down before they had to turnover on downs themselves. And obviously the last drive of the half going to the Falcons of West Franklin, who keep the field goal. Pregame throw up the 20-yard line, put it through. It was looking a little close there. We had a lot of questions with the wetness of the grass, whether or not the snap was going to get off. Haven't seen really any problems aside from just the one on the last drive for the Vikings of Mission Valley. They were brought out the punt team. That's what gave the Falcons such good field position. Mission Valley brought out the punt team. The long snapper was unable to get the snap to the kicker back there. It was number 11. I'll give you his name, and Noah Handley. Noah Handley was unable to handle the snap, had to have a bit of a fire drill, ran himself, loss of about 2 yards, and turned the ball over. And that eventually led to the only score you see on the board. A couple of minutes remaining here at the halftime break. We'll see if we get any more scores updated here on the Twitter. We'll see if we can't find you an Ottawa High School score at the halftime break. 3-0. Right back. You're listening to the Game of the Week from West Franklin on KOFO.
Why pay dealer prices to get your car serviced? The ASE certified technicians at Midwest Auto Center in Wellsville offer the same great service, and any applicable factory warranty remains in effect. Schedule an appointment online at midwest-autocenter.com or visit Midwest Auto Center on Facebook.
At a time of loss, you're already dealing with grief. The cost of a funeral service shouldn't add to it. This is Eric Price, funeral director and owner of Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Homes, providing affordable services for everyone. Find out more by visiting lamb-roberts.com.
Whether you're tackling an opponent on the field or tackling a weekend project at home, injuries happen. When they do, you'll be glad Advent Health Ottawa's emergency department and board-certified staff is there to help get you back in the game. At Advent Health Ottawa, nothing is more important than you. Visit AdventHealthOttawa.com.
This is Walt Dangle of Dangle & Son Mortuary. Our desire is to provide the very best in funeral service. Our commitment has helped us reach that goal. We will always strive to reach higher. This is Dangle & Son Mortuary, setting the standard for funeral service.
In addition to auto repairs and maintenance, Midwest Auto Center in Wellsville offers a wide variety of new tires in a full range of sizes and brands. And they offer computer balancing, tire rotation, and flat repairs. Schedule an appointment online at midwest-autocenter.com or visit Midwest Auto Center on Facebook.
The Ottawa Herald's new owner, Cherry Road Media, wants your help. Send news tips or story ideas to news@ottawaherald.com. For advertising, call Michael McDaniels, 785-992-0001, extension 2189.
I'm Renee Slinker, Chair of Constitution Week for the Daughters of American Revolution, Merzine Chapter. In 1955, the DAR petitioned the United States Congress for a resolution to commemorate and celebrate Constitution Week. Congress passed Constitution Week, and on August 2nd, 1956, President Eisenhower signed it into law to be celebrated yearly between September 17th to the 23rd. Fly your flags and celebrate the freedoms and protections we have with the Constitution of the United States.
Back here in West Franklin, on the campus of West Franklin High School, Corona, Kansas, just about a minute until the second half is underway. Both teams on the field. The rain, still a steady rainfall out there. You see a lot of towels, a lot of rain jackets, and a lot of umbrellas have been brought out here in the bleachers and out on the field as they try to keep the balls dry. A couple of extra scores have come in. Ottawa High School down 14-0 to Paola. Paola have had a good couple of weeks in terms of their opening 2 weeks on the season. Wellsville and Burlington have gone to the halftime break. Just had that score. Where did it go? Wellsville 35, Burlington nothing. Santa Fe Trail 14, Anderson County nothing. Spring Hill 21, Eudora 14. Who else do we have here? I knew we had another one in the area. Can't find it just yet. But again, 3-0 our score here in Pomona. A wet night for football. Again, likely going to see a lot of grounds and pounds for the next couple of quarters. A good weekend all the way. And overall, West Franklin looking to pull this one out. We'll see if Ottawa High School can work back in theirs, and we'll see if Ottawa University can pick up a win tomorrow, and we'll complete the KOFO sweep on the week. As we have men's women's soccer on Wednesday for Ottawa University. It was a women's soccer draw and a men's soccer obliteration. They won 10-0. 10-0, as they say in the soccer world, as they opened up KCAC play. We saw a big win last week. Bob Johnson was on that call for football for the Braves, as they went on the road with the number 23 team in the country, the Bethel Threshers, on their own home fields. Won that game 20-24. They'll take on the Bulldogs of McPherson here. 1 o'clock kickoff tomorrow. Bob will have that. I will be on the broadcast as well. If you just like my voice, you can tune in. We'll have pregame at noon. That'll be by Bob, and I'll be on at the 1 o'clock hour to cover that. And then we'll have the car show. We'll be live with the car show. I believe that'll be Derek Chappell with the car show down on the, I believe, the north side of Main Street. Funtown RV, I believe, providing some sponsorships as we look to get underway in this second half. West Franklin, who won the coin toss in the first half, will deferred, so they'll take possession into the second half as the clock ticks down. We get ready to roll here from West Franklin.
Falcons will receive the second half kickoff. Number 3, Travell Froggatt. Number 45, Damian Fisher.
Damian Fisher and Travell Froggatt back to receive the kick for West Franklin, as it'll be Nolan Hanley to have the kick for Mission Valley. Falcons will look to build on the only points of the game that ended the first half. Still waiting for the go-ahead here. Everybody looking around. Both teams on the field. There's the whistle. It's hoping it's on the clock. The kick is short. Kicks off a couple of blue jerseys. We'll see who came out with it. It stays West Franklin football, but a little unnervy there, as with the moisture and the wetness out there on the field, you don't want to play around. 11:56 in the third, as it'll be a Barca 2 in the backfield for him. One receiver either side will hand it off up the middle. That by a couple of Vikings, falls forward, trying to get back to the line of gain, on line to gain.
15 boys, the ball carrier, short gain on the play. Tackle made, number 20.
Bowley looks like he got nothing on it. Clock begins the tick. 2nd and 10. Abarca hands it off. Immediately met is Scott in the backfield. An absolute bull rush off the middle. Move it all the way back to the 30.
3rd down. Ball at the 30-yard line.
So lots of 4.
3-man front. 2-man front.
Brings it along, 3rd down and 14. Abarca, one of the backfield, wants to throw it. Pump fakes, pushed out of the pocket to his left, has the defender in his face, gets to the outside edge, lets it fly deep. It's tipped around, and
number 100, Creaky, the intended receiver.
And it is interception. Is that intercepted? trying to figure out what's going on. It looks like Mission Valley going to send the offense out. Must have been an interception, it seems. All confused.
Turnover on the play brings up first down, Mission Valley.
Mark it down as an interception. I have no idea. Mission Valley will take over at the 43, their own 43. Put one in the backfield, the 10-40 mark. Handoff goes up the middle. A little baffled up here trying to figure out
the ball carrier, tackle male number 56, Ben live.
what happens.
Play, second down.
Stormy so the ball hits on the grounds, but second down and 7 off the rush. You know, 2 receivers out to the near side, 1 out to the far, 3 in the backfield for Teeters. Pulls the handoff, flips out to the right, then the backfield dances around 1. Looking for the first down marker is Drake Duncan. Duncan moves it to about third and manageable, third and short.
Ball on the 47-yard line.
Third and 1. One on the near side, 2 on the far side. They put Duncan in motion, 1 on the backfield with Dieters. Dieters going to hand it off up the middle. And the Vikings will have first down yardage.
Applehawn's ball carrier, short game of the play is good for you. Vikings first down
on the rush. Let's head out to the 45 for a first down. I have to get a couple of times. 3 rushes on the drive. This starts. Mention the rain, still a steady pour. 2 receivers near side. 2 in the backfield. They put 1 in motion. Move 3 back. It's Dieters back there. Dieters rolling to his left, going to keep it himself. A couple of blockers down in front of him. Flag comes flying in from the back. Dieters
there are flags
brought down for a loss. It'll be holding.
As holding on the Vikings.
Should they take it, it'll bring it back, and they will. A 10-yard loss.
It's a 10-yard penalty.
Bring up
still first down.
First and 20.
Football at the 45-yard line.
Back into their own territory. Back to the 45. They started at the 43. So back to almost where they started the drive. 9 minutes remaining here in the third. 3-0 West Franklin on top. Send 1 receiver to the near side, 4 out wide. They bring 1 in. That being Bolte or Brooks to the right of Dieters. Dieters going to keep it himself. Runs up the middle, spins, pirouettes. Gets the penalty yardage back just about. So around about 9.
10 Dieters, the ball carrier. Tackle man number 13, Bryce Hatfield.
About second and 11.
11. Vikings football.
Just spinning around, bouncing his way off of a couple of tacklers there. It's the rain coming in, the wind's whipping around too. We're supposed to get a couple of winds. It's almost raining sideways, it seems. The Vikings looking for their first score of the game. They trail by 3. 3 in the backfield, 2 receivers out to the far side. Dieters, going to drop back to pass. Wet hands, he skips it for the intended Cale McCarts.
The intended receiver, third down.
Bring up a third down and long.
Flag on the play.
Flag will come out. Let's see.
Flag on the play.
What was on.
Unsportsmanlike conduct on the Falcons.
So it'll go on West Franklin, unsportsmanlike. And give
15-yard penalty, automatic first
the Vikings
have the football
first down yardage
35-yard line.
all the way to the 35. So after it looked like West Franklin was likely to get the ball back, new set of downs for the Vikings. Mission Valley send one receiver either side, one of the backfield. Dieters again on the backfield, one back behind him. Hands the ball up off the middle.
4 to 7, right up the middle, record time.
Rumbling, stumbling.
Ball carrier.
It's about 5 to 6.
5-yard gain on the play.
Up to the 30. Applehans again on the rush.
Tackle made, number 56, Ben Live. Number 50, Wyatt Wright, second down.
One receiver either side. 7:15 remaining. Mission Valley trailed by 3. West Franklin trying to come up with a big stop. Handoff goes up the middle. Applehans bounces it out. Move the tackles.
Applehans ball carrier.
And move it again. Another gain of about 5 or 6. Looks like it's really having some success. Continue to just pound it right back up the middle.
Ball on the 20-yard line.
Really making progress here up to probably 25 here of West Franklin. One of the backfields. Split receivers either side. Dieters again going to hand it off to Applehans. Breaks through into the secondary. Hits into a couple of the safeties back for West Franklin, but not before he has first down yardage. Well into towards the goal line. Be first and goal now.
First down for Mission Valley. First and goal.
And about the 8.
At the 8-yard line.
So a gain of about 18. As they hand the ball up off the middle.
Ball carrier getting free on the play, brings it close to the goal line.
There was a false start from the West Franklin faithful.
Second and goal.
Nothing
5-yard line.
called. Gain of 4. Again, Dieters with Applehans behind him. 2 to the near side, 1 to the far side. Put 1 in motion. Drops back to pass. They want near side. They have pass that is caught and into the end zone. Touchdown, Mission Valley. Preston Bolte came off of the near side, was wide open. Easy pitch and catch from Dieters to Bolte and into the end zone. First touchdown. About the 8-yard pass for the TD. Wait for the PAT. Will be during. Kick is up and splits the uprights. 4-7. So a huge penalty in the middle of the drive gives Mission Valley new life, and they collect the first touchdown and go ahead 7-3. 5:44 remaining. You're listening to the Game of the Week here from West Franklin on KOFO.
Looking for a better rate of return on your savings? Arvest Bank is ready to help with great rates on certificates of deposit. You can earn 4.42% APY on a 7-month CD or 4.68% APY on a 14-month CD with a minimum deposit of just $1,000. And it's easy to get started. Stop by any one of Arvest's over 200 branch locations to open your account. Other rates and terms are available. Arvest Bank, member FDIC.
Got a 5-minute drive as the ringouts. The kick teams 7-3. Mission Valley on top of West Franklin. Drove down the field, mentioned that unsportsmanlike conduct in the middle of that drive. Almost gave new life to the Vikings. .5:44, a 5-minute drive. Kickoff is got in the midfields. Brought down just shy of the 40.
21 Samuel McAlpine Smith on the kick return.
Samuel McAlpine Smith
22 Drake Duncan
is taking down.
West Franklin football 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
And he'll see at the 39. .5:36 to play in the third. West Franklin see themselves behind. A buck it out the bowl. He has the outside edge looking for a couple extra. Wants to drive for more. We'll see what they happen with the forward progress. Yeah, rusher 4. We tick down to the 5-minute mark in the third quarter. West Franklin 7, or Mission Valley 7, West Franklin 3. They again put it right into the hands of Bowley. Tries to run up the middle, can't find it. He's been stuffed before he's able to get any yards on his second carry.
Back number 65, Connor Holting. 3rd down.
We're up 3rd down. And about medium. Needing to get to about the 50 for the first down. They sit just shy of the 45. They'll send one receiver either side, 3 in the backfields. Hand it off. Rushing up towards the middle. And falling forward, Shaler Scott. Gets past the 50 and into Vikings territory.
West Franklin football, 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
A gain of 8 on the rush from Scott. Down to 3:45. Mission Valley bringing 3. Handoff goes up the middle, falling forward for another couple, and a couple of bodies fall down after. It's still wet out there. Looks like the rain has lightened up.
Tackle made number 65, Connor Holting.
As again, they call the number of Chandler Scott.
2nd down, West Franklin. Ball to 43.
And he calls 2nd and 6. So we think down to the 3-minute mark in this third quarter. 3 in the backfield. Abarca handed off on the jet sweep, cutting up Fields, hits a body, still driving.
Ready for Wade Nichols.
Wade Nichols gets his first rush of the game.
Tackle by number 2, Colt Applehans. 3rd down.
And about 3. About 3rd and shorts. Third down and off. Trying to drive for some extra yards. The ball is out. No whistle. We'll see what happened there. Chandler Scott brought down in the backfield. So it'll be 4th down. They bring it back to the 40. So a loss of 2. Fourth down. Out 5. Bring in the backfield. They'll hand it off. Bowley bounces it out wide. Trying to get past that last defender. Get the great block off the edge. Here comes the flag flying in off the backside.
Flag on the play.
Gets past the 30. We'll see what the flag is. And it will go on West Franklin. It'll back them up.
Block in the back.
Call block in the back.
On the Falcons.
As Bowie was trying to bounce it to the outside.
Has 10 yards.
Bring it back another 10 to the 49. Still on the west, Mission Valley territory. 4th and 13. So another 4th down. Abarca empty backfield. Four receivers down to the rights. And a whistle will be a convergence of 2 officials here on this near side. Having a discussion here. Maybe possibly about ball marking on the spot here. One receiver to the far side forward of this near side. Abarco drops back to pass, rolls to his right. Trying to get around the 1 defender. Flipped up.
Quarterback drops the backfield, number 4, calling play.
At about the 43, it'll be a turnover and a loss of about 8. So we'll turn the ball over. Second turnover on downs for the Falcons. Give Mission Valley possession in Falcons territory. If 1:36 remaining in this third quarter, and then leading by 4, 7-3.
Double right, trips right.
3 receivers out to the right. They put 1 in motion. 2 in the backfields. He's going to step back, design run. He goes up the middle. Quarterback draw, fighting for an extra couple of yards. Corey Gang tackles.
Tackle by number 13, Bryce Hatfield.
Just shy of the 35.
Ball's at the 37-yard line, 2nd down.
So a run for about 6 as Dieters continues to have a good set of rushing yards up the middle. Him and Apple Hands have really had some success, especially these last drive and a half for Mission Valley. They put 1 in motion, 2 receivers to the near side. Dieters hands it off up the middle. Apple Hands falls forward, actually out of a Bolsey. Will be Apple Hands. And the game will mean nothing as the flag comes in. Looked like they called holding.
35, Woodruff. Flag on the play.
Indeed, will be holding.
Holding Mission Valley. That's 10-yard penalty. Still second down.
Moving back to about 2nd and 14.
Football. At the 41-yard line.
The officials still conversing. They're not quite sure what they're doing here. Ball has not been spotted. Official goes the wrong way. Now he's finally facing the right way. And they'll move him back. So 4 receivers out to the right, 1 to the near empty backfields on 2nd and long for Teeters. Tried to air out a couple of times. They've not really been successful. But the rain has stopped. Pass goes out to the far side. It's caught. Looking for some extra yards is Bunger.
Blake number 3, Bryce Bunger. Back up into the number 5, Lane Altick.
As the clock ticks down, 3rd down with 10 seconds left.
Just 3rd down.
Maybe 3rd down. We'll see if they get one off. I don't think they are. They're just going to take this one in the 4th quarter. 7-3 our score as West Franklin trying to fight their way back, keep the undefeated season alive. Mission Valley looking for their first win on the season. Back with 4th quarter action here in the game of the week from West Franklin. You're listening on KOFO.
Since 1899, Gobbard State Service Bank has worked side by side with friends and neighbors to help shape the future of our community. The Gobbard State Service Bank offers a full range of banking services for every need. The Gobbard State Service Bank, member FDIC, and an equal housing lender.
Looking for the latest fashion trends at affordable prices? Look no further than Blends and Trends at 206 South Main Street in downtown Ottawa. Check out the wide selection of clothing, accessories, home goods, and much more. And let's go Falcons!
Right here at West Franklin, Blake Griffin for KOFO on the game of the week. 3rd down and about 6. As the Falcons look to get the ball back.
And the unsold items will be donated to various organizations.
Rain has come to a stop if at all. So 5 minutes, you saw the pass play open up for the first time since like about the 1st quarter. 3 receivers out to the left as Mission Valley puts 1 in the backfield and 1 to the near side. 12 minutes on the clock here for the 4th quarter. Lead by 4, 7-3. Mission Valley on top. Peter's going to keep it himself. Shakes off of the non-tackle. Runs towards the near sideline, and he will have first down yardage.
First down, tackle made number 100, Pregame.
They get to the 32 on the gain of 6 for first down. $11:54 left in the ball game. Mission Valley in West Franklin territory. 2 in the backfield, Applehans and Bolte. Twin receivers to the near side. Teeters hands it off up the middle. Holds an offensive lineman. Hopefully he's okay. That did not look good at all. As Applehans gain of about 2. And that will definitely bring the trainer out. Applehans fell right on top of the knee. Saw it collapse. He fell very awkwardly. We're going to take a timeout here. 11:40 remaining, 7-3. Mission Valley on top of West Franklin. You're listening to the game of the week. You're on KOFO.
Why pay dealer prices to get your car serviced? The ASE certified technicians at Midwest Auto Center in Wellsville offer the same great service, and any applicable factory warranty remains in effect. Schedule an appointment online at midwest-autocenter.com or visit Midwest Auto Center on Facebook. We know you listen to KOFO in the car, but how easy is it to listen to KOFO around the house?
Alexa, play KOFO.
Welcome to KOFO.
Pretty easy. 1220 AM, 103.7 FM. Streaming live at KOFO.com or through your smart speaker.
Thanks, Alexa.
You're so welcome.
KOFO.
Still sending to the offensive lineman for Mission Valley out on the field. 7-3 our score. 11:40 remaining here in this fourth quarter. Mission Valley in Falcons territory at the 42. They move the ball back. Did not see the flag and all the commotion and the man on the ground. They do move it back. The second and long. Holding. Wasn't the penalty. Still tending to the injured player down on the field. Second hold of the drive for Mission Valley. At that big hold in the first set of downs. We're able to get out of it with a pass to the right and a 7-yard rush from Dieters, who has really been able to spread the field left, right, and center. The player is up. He is still kind of hobbling. Gunnar Trickle, the sophomore from Mission Valley. It's that left leg. Scary sight when you see a running back fall onto a lineman from the back. You see a bit of the folds. A lot of people are going to feel okay with that one. As now we get the official holding call. From the official. Saw the hold, but didn't see the flag. Now we finally get the official call. It'll stay first down.
There was a flag on the previous play, holding on the Vikings. It's a 10-yard penalty. Still first down. Vikings football, 1st and 10 at the 42.
First and 20 here at about the 42. Dieters going to roll out to his left, takes the handoff. As the receiver deep airs it out, it's through the hands.
Nice call. I think AKL McCart, the intended receiver.
Kale McCarts was running free and clear towards that near pylon, just dropped through the red basket. They faked the handoff, rolled out the quarterback, let him air it out.
Yes.
Haven't really had success going down the field in big money shots for Mission Valley so far. Kind of nickeled and dimed their way throughout this ballgame. 11:33 with Mission Valley on top, 7-3. One of the backfields. 2 out to the left for Dieters. Steps back to pass, rolls out to his left, and the flag goes out. I did see a hold, so this one's coming back regardless.
Here's the ball carrier. There's a flag on the play.
Dieters is trying to get out to the edge. One of his linemen was really trying to give him a great block and got his hands caught up in the jersey. Can't do that, so we'll bring it back. It'll be the 2nd and 30.
Still second down. It's now 2nd down and 30 for the Vikings.
Not often you see a 2nd down and 30.
38-yard line.
That is a bit unprecedented, but 2 holds.
Good luck with that.
The 3rd of the drive. I believe the 5th overall, if I'm counting correctly. It's down to the right, 1 out to the far side. I'll put 1 in motion right into the hip of Dieters, 2 in the backfield now. Dieters, Jacobo Walker's going to run it himself, trying to cut, find some positive yardage. The flag comes flying from the back official. Dieters got back across the 50. We'll see what this is on.
Half of the play, number 75, Eric Woodruff, 5-lane Altic.
I'm going to move him back even further. It wouldn't be from the spot, would it? Officials try to find out where they're going to bring it back to.
10-yard penalty. Still second down.
So penalty, they only move back a couple as they wanted to go for the end of the play. Back to the 46. Two in the backfields. Dieters hands it off up the middle. Passing around, a great tackle on the open field. Appelons. It's a gain of
third down. Ball on the 50-yard line.
About 3. Third and's very long. And it marked as 28 on the scoreboard. They're at the 50-yard line at midfield.
20 left, right.
One out to 2 out to the far side, 1 to the near, 1 in the backfield for Dieters. A long third down for Mission Valley. Dieters steps back with a lot of time, lets it go deep, has the receiver out there and overextends Kale McCarts. Was going back towards his quarterback.
Fourth down.
Dieters wanted it to go deeper. McCart was looking back at his quarterback and slowed up. It's a long incompletion, and it'll bring out the punt team, I would assume. 10:09 remaining in the fourth quarter, 7-3. Mission Valley on top of West Franklin, who are about to get the ball back. Last time we saw a punt attempt from Mission Valley, they were unable to get the snap. They do get it off this time. The punt is very short. I'll watch it get to about where the first down of the original line of scrimmage was for Mission Valley. 10 minutes left in the ball game. West Franklin trying to put together a drive that would give them the lead. On their own 31. 10 flat on the scoreboard here in quarter number 4. 2 in the backfields. Navarca hands it off. Bowley bounces it out to the near side. Brought down.
The ball carrier, 6-yard down to play. Tackle man for
gain of about 6. Where they move closer.
Second down.
Out of their own territory.
36.
Second down. Will be Marcus steps back, wanted to throw it. Is in no man's land. Let it go. Not sure. They're going to say he's down.
Stop in the backfield.
He
number 12, Sam Bryant.
Looked around, didn't really know what he was doing.
Third down.
Tried to scramble. And finally just tried to let it fly and was unsuccessful. He was brought down long, third down. And then 15. They got out to Hatfield on the short screen out to the left. He hits one defender and is pushed out of bounds.
Hatfield. Stop on the play number 22, Drayton Duncan. Gain of 5 on the play. Fourth down and 10.
Bring it back to 4th and 10.
Ball 31.
4th down. They'll bring the punt team out. Punt will be a long one, spiraling deep to the 36, 37.
The 36-yard line. Vikings have the football, 1st and 10.
$8:47 remaining in this fourth quarter. It'll be the first Mission Valley drive. to start the fourth. They started the last one with a minute 30 left in the third. They start on their own 38s. 7-3 Mission Valley on top of West Franklin here in the game of the week. Two in the backfields, two out to the near side. They're going to hand it off to Bolte. Bolte fighting for first down yardage, drags a couple with him, is pushed out of bounds. Looks like he got to get a gain of 11.
Good for a Viking first down.
And gain of about 11 on the rush. Bring up a first down as they move into Falcon territory. Mission Valley looking for their first win of the season. 0-2 with losses to Osage City and Council Grove. West Franklin trying to keep the undefeated season alive. Two receivers to this near side. The ball's on the far hash. To the backfield, Dieters. Handed off up the middle. Hit by a couple of blue jerseys. Applehans will fall forward. Slow to get up. Gain of about 2. Applehans, it looked like he was struggling a little bit on defense. Looks like that might have lingered over to the offensive side. A little slow to get up, but he's up and ready to go here. Second down and 8-10 remaining. Good receivers out to the left-hand side, two in the backfield. Dieters out of the shotgun. Well, take the handoff up the middle. Blasted by a couple of West Franklin.
No gain on the play. Stood up by number 11, Chandler Scott.
Jerseys.
Number 50, Wyatt Wright. Third down.
Nothing. We'll bring up third down. This West Franklin defense trying to come up big. Give the offense a chance to march their way down the field and reclaim the lead.
We're killing it. We just need to keep this momentum.
Two out to the far side. Two in the backfield with Dieters. West Franklin look like they're going to bring the house. Dieters going to keep it himself. Dances around one.
Dieters
Ball's full.
The Vikings first.
They're going to move the chains. So a 9-yard rush. And Dieters again.
First down, Mission Valley.
When Mission Valley needs it most, gets it done. His number 10's all over the scorebook tonight. Rushes for 20, rushed for 38 earlier in the ball game. 6:40 remaining. Dieters going to hand it off. Applehans.
Nice.
Ended after his gain of about 6 on first down.
6-yard gain on the play.
7-3 Mission Valley driving into Vikings or into Falcons territory. As West Franklin trying to put a stop to the drive, give the offense a chance on the other ends. 7-3.
Went right.
Two in the backfields. Once again for Dieters. Two to this near side on the far hash. 6 minutes remaining. Dieters going to keep it himself. A couple of walkers down in front of him. One Falcon in the backfield. Dieters shakes him off. Trying to get to the outside edge. Fighting for the sideline. Still driving. On up to
Dieters ball carrier.
The 25.
For the Vikings first down.
Dieters just shaking off a couple. Again, just able to do what he wants. Timeouts for West Franklin, their first of the half. Here in the fourth quarter, 5:51. They trail 7-3. We'll keep it right here as I look for a couple of scores around the Kansas area. See if we can't find you a score from a couple of other teams in the county. Parsons still 7-0 over Iowa at the end of the third quarter. Payola 21, Ottawa 2. Tough game for Ottawa after a A pretty big win up in Baldwin last week. See what else do we have here? Santa Fe Trail 22, Anderson County 6. And that might be the only ones we have. Some teams in the area. 7-3 our score. 5:51 remaining here in the fourth. With Mission Valley driving into Falcons territory down to the 25. A drive that started at their own 38. Couple of big runs. Bolte for 11. Dieters for 9. As they send the offense back out. Dieters, one in the backfield. They put one in motion. Twins out to the left-hand side. And one to this near side. Ball's in the near hash. Dieters hands it up the middle. Bolte is immediately hits at the line of scrimmage.
Both the ball carrier. No gain on the play.
That's
Tackle number 75, Eric Woodruff.
They have trouble spotting the ball. They bring it back. Thinking there was not much of that gained. 5:37 remaining. One of the backfields for Dieters. Take their time. Dieters drops back to pass. Couple of defenders in his face. He presses forward through the pockets. And is brought down after a scramble for a couple.
Tackle number 13, Bryce Hatfield. Third down.
We'll bring up third down. And a big one at that. Seven to 3, Mission Valley leading West Franklin. Third down and 7. Ball on the far hash. They'll send 2 receivers out to the far side. Dieters takes the handoff, drops back to pass. Passes towards the inside. It's through the hands of Creaky, who ends up deflecting it to the ground anyway. It will be fourth down. Jumps the routes out there on the near side. 4:32 with fourth down upcoming. And keep the offense out there, 4th and 7. Make or break. First down here for both teams. Mission Valley up by 4, 7-3. They put one in motion. 2 on that far side. Drops back to pass. Pressure eats them up in the backfield. A sack and a turnover.
Turnover on downs. How can you have the football?
A huge fourth down. The Falcons get to the backfield and bring down the quarterback in Dieters for a sack. And could that be the change of tides the Falcons need? Have not scored since the last drive in the first half. They put 3 on the board.
Yeah, he just made that muscle strong on thing. Not towards the end, but
West Franklin will take over on their own 30 with 4:26.
Yep.
As we will see
Timeout, Mission Valley.
a timeout taken by the Vikings. They'll take it with them. 4:26 remaining, 7-3. Possibly the last drive of the game here for West Franklin. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Game of the Week from West Franklin here on KOFO.
A message from Cover Kansas. Don't lose Medicaid coverage in 2023. CanCare members need to update and verify their contact information. If your address with CanCare is not up to date, you could lose Medicaid or CHIP coverage this year. Go to cancare.ks.gov and click the red chat icon to update or verify your info today. Sponsored by Community Care Network of Kansas and aired in cooperation with the Kansas Association of Broadcasters and this station.
4:26 remaining. West Franklin will take over at their own 30 after a huge sack on fourth down. They trail 7-3 after going 70 yards down the fields. Punch it into the end zone if they want to take the lead. Two in the backfields with a marker. They pitch it out wide. Foley, with a head of steam, cuts up Fields. Gets a gain of 6. Ball's forward.
Play. Tackle made number 65, Connor Holting, brings up second down. Ball at the 36.
So up to the 36, there you go. Mission Valley has done a great job of stopping this offense, especially in the second half. Interception, turnover on down to the punt as that one's handed off up the middle, a couple of yards. Gain of about 3 up the guts.
Tackle made number 65, Holting.
See if they bring the chains out or they just give it to him.
Yardage is good for a Falcon. First,
you just give it to him.
West Franklin, ball to 40.
So a first down at the 40. Hand it off. Pickles. Bounce it out to the far sideline. Lays down the shoulder before he is pushed out of bounds. Wade Nichols in a 4. Just shy of the 45 to the 44. Took down to the 3-minute mark. West Franklin just shy of midfield. 3 minutes left. They have 2 timeouts. They trail 7-3. Single receiver either side of it. Bowley in motion. Handoff Scott up the middle. Pushes forward. Just shy. West Mission Valley claiming they have the football. We'll see what the officials say here as they get together.
Football on play recovered by the Vikings. Mission Valley football first and
it will be a fumble
at the 48-yard line.
So a fumble recovered at the 48. And a change of fortunes, change of momentum here with 2:40 remaining. Vikings send 2 to the far side, put 1 in motion. Dieters in the backfield with 1 back behind them. Handoff goes to Applehands.
Now we're doing it.
It was Matt Smith at the line of scrimmage.
Right, number 75, Eric Woodruff.
Gang tackled for nothing. Clock continues to tick. 2:20 remaining here in the 4th. 2 timeouts still in the back pockets for West Franklin. Mission Valley going to take their time to get to the line. Second down and 10. We took down to 2 minutes here in the 4th quarter. They send 2 to the far side. The timeout's taken by Mission Valley.
Timeout Vikings, their second. They have 1 remaining.
We'll keep it right here as Mission Valley just looking to get their jumps to the line, make sure they're all on the same page here down the stretch. 2 minutes remaining. Second down and 10 with Mission Valley on top, 7-3. Again, we'll clamor for some scores, a couple finals coming in. Wellsville over Burlington, 56-0. We'll be back in Wellsville, I believe, in 2 weeks for the game of the week as they take on Bishop Ward. I believe they'll be in Wellsville for that game. Both teams retake the fields. Under 2, 1:54 remaining. Mission Valley ahead by score, 7-3. One score, trips out to the right-hand side, one to the far side, ball on the far hash. Dieters hands it off. It's a trick play. Hand off twice. Bolte. And Wes Franklin is there. Applehawn's got the handoff. He hands it off to Bolte in the backfield on an end around. He got out to about the 30, and the ball just popped out.
Ball to the 33-yard line.
This game getting weirder. 1:41 remaining. Wes Franklin with 2 timeouts and 67 yards to go.
2 timeouts. Back to 3-man front.
Three in the backfields with the marker. They flip it out. Bolte on the reception has some yardage. He gets it back to the outside. In Vikings territory, 2 flags come flying. Might have been out of bounds before he was taken down. See what happens here. Face mask for 1.
Face mask penalty on the Vikings.
And that was the only one they saw.
15 yards from the end of the play. Automatic first down. Falcons have the football. First and 10. At the 30-yard line.
We're going first down. Deep into Vikings territory, 132. Avarca hands it off. Boley is man at the line.
Short no gain on the play.
Got to be quick here. You still have 2 timeouts, but you'd like to have some efficiency here on the run game. Avarca, one of the backfields, 2 receivers out to the near side. Steps back, wants to throw, is hit deep. The flag comes flying in.
Flag on the play.
We'll see what the flag is. It's holding on the offensive line for West Franklin. I believe the sack might have been even further back than the 10 yards they would have got, and indeed it will be, so they're going to decline it.
Loss in the play brings up 3rd down for the 40-yard line.
I lost about 11 instead of the 10. I'll say 10. So 3rd down and a timeout taken.
Timeout, West Franklin.
1:09 remaining. We'll keep it right here. West Franklin will have the ball at the 40-yard line. 1:09 and 1 timeout. They need the end zone to win the ball game. 7-3. Mission Valley on top. We picked good ones here, folks. Game of the weeks have been very good ones to start. A bit of a blowout in our first one as Wellsville handed it to Anderson County in week number 1. But last week, an 11-point game that was a lot closer than an 11-point score saw as West Franklin knocked off Central Heights. And here we see a game go down to the wire. 1:09 remaining. 69 seconds. Ball at the 40. 3rd and 20. One timeouts remaining for West Franklin. Need to get to the 20 for the first down. They go empty backfield, stacked 4 to the left for Abarca. Steps back, wants it deep. Airs it out, wants Nichols. It's picked off. Flag does come in. We'll find out what that is as the return continues to go back.
Pass intercepted by Mission Valley. There's a flag on the play.
We'll see what is going on for the flag. You see hand down as well.
Almost like it's come out of his fingertips and not a full forward motion.
Not sure. Not the officials discussed it at about the 40-yard line. Pointing back, getting what they have their flags on. The intended receiver was Wade Nichols. The marker who threw it was into double coverage. Long discussion. Bob Johnson loves to call this a zebra convention. I'm going to discuss it to both sides. So an initial penalty. We'll call 2 penalties on Mission Valley.
Both against the Mission Valley.
Not sure where that puts the
Personal foul.
the ball.
The other is a personal foul.
Did see unsportsmanlike conduct. Not sure where that puts the football. Yes.
Vikings will still have possession.
That'll move things down. They both happened after the interception. It will be Vikings football.
First and 10.
And it looks like that is what happens. So Mission Valley with the football at about the 12, 15 possibly.
11-yard line.
$53 seconds left in a wild ending of this one. He's in the backfield with 3 backs behind him. He'll take it and take the knee. And the timeout taken by West Franklin. That's their last one.
Timeout West Franklin, their 3rd and final.
We'll keep it right here. West Franklin, barring any botched snap here, in 50.7 remaining here in this one. Interception. And count it, 3 interceptions on the day. And just an ability to make long drives. They had one very long drive back in the seconds. Got some help with some pass interference, got themselves all the way down and turned the ball over. They're only score the game coming on that field goal that ended the first half. 52.5 they put back on the clock.
Yeah.
2nd down and 2 is they'll nail it down. Taking down the shotgun here, not taking it under center, so getting dangerously close to that goal line as they nail it again. Clock ticks down. Take their time. 3rd down and very long with 25 seconds left. Snap is good. Kneel is good. And that'll end things here from Pomona on the campus of West Franklin High School. Mission Valley grabs their first win of the season. The Falcons fall to 2-1. We're going to show it to the post game. We're right back to wrap things up. You're listening to the game of the week. 7-3 the final. Mission Valley on top. On KOFO.
The Old Mary River Run Car Show returns for Cruise Night in downtown Ottawa tomorrow night, and KOFO will be there to bring it to you live. Starting at 5, we'll be at the corner of 1st and Main with 4 hours of live coverage from our KOFO Cruise Night studios, courtesy of our sponsor, Funtown RV. We'll be cranking your favorite cruising tunes on air and right down Main Street with the sights, sounds, interviews, giveaways, and all the fun at the best location for you to enjoy the show. Come cruising with Funtown RV and KOFO tomorrow night at 1st and Main. We'll see you there. Are you a know-it-all? A smarty pants?
Oh, a wise guy, huh?
And just want the opportunity to show off all that knowledge?
You'll get your chance, smart guy.
Well, we're giving you that chance with KOFO and Primetime Grill Trivia Night every first and third Wednesday of the month. Only at Primetime Grill. We start at 7 o'clock with questions, music, and visual clues for you and your team to answer.
I'd like to solve the puzzle.
Enjoy all your favorites from the Primetime Grill menu and bar on Trivia Night every first and third Wednesday. It's free, and you can win prizes from Primetime Grill and KOFO.
Kansans with disabilities and senior citizens are 3 times more likely to be crime victims. If you are a Kansas senior citizen or a Kansan with a disability and you are a crime victim, contact the Disability Rights Center of Kansas at 877-776-1541. We may be able to help you with your civil legal matter. Contact us at 877-776-1541 or drckansas.org. Once again, if you are a Kansas senior or a Kansan with a disability who is a crime victim, contact the Disability Rights Center of Kansas at 877-776-1541 or drckansas.org. We may be able to help you with your civil legal matter. The content of this radio ad is sponsored by the Disability Rights Center of Kansas and this station. It is supported by a VOCA grant awarded through the Federal Office for Victims of Crime as administered by the Kansas Governor's Grants Program. It does not necessarily reflect the views of the Office of the Kansas Governor or the U.S. Department of Justice.
The Old Mary River Run Car Show returns for Cruise Night in downtown Ottawa tomorrow night, and KOFO will be there to bring it to you live. Starting at 5, we'll be at the corner of 1st and Main with 4 hours of live coverage from our KOFO Cruise Night studios, courtesy of our sponsor, Funtown RV. We'll be cranking your favorite cruising tunes on air and right down Main Street with the sights, sounds, interviews, giveaways, and all the fun at the best location for you to enjoy the show. Come cruising with Funtown RV and KOFO tomorrow night at 1st and Main. We'll see you there.
Back here in West Franklin as we wrap things up. A rough ending to the ball game as West Franklin falls to 2-1. Mission Valley picks up their first win of the season, 1-2. They go on the year. It's just a tough one all the way around. Just heard that Gavin Gonzalez, the starting quarterback for West Franklin, got a bit of an injury in the first part of this game. That's why we saw a Barker in there the entirety of the rest one, and that just kind of ended up being the difference. They needed to throw the ball a couple of times down the end, and Barker just didn't look quite comfortable in the pockets. Was a rushing game all the way around until the rain sort of stopped, reopened the pass game. We saw Mission Valley throw the ball a couple of times as the rain stopped, but it was really the Porter Dieters show, runs after runs to get them into scoring position. The one lone passing touchdown that he threw to Bolte, that it was an 8-yard reception and pitch and catch. But you just looked for number 10 all over my board. 10-yard rush, 38-yard rush, 3-9, 6. I mean, he was all over the board. Him and Applehans, who had an 18-yard rush I'm seeing on my board. Another 20-yard rush for Dieters. Unable to stop the rush, especially when they needed it most. A couple of fourth down conversions for Mission Valley and some third down conversions that really helped. A couple of penalties hurt both teams, helped both teams down the stretches. Both of them will look to likely clean that up as they head on to their next couple of games. We will be in Central Heights next week. I am 99% sure. I don't have the schedule in front of me, but I believe game of the week we'll head to Richmond as we will have Central Heights. We'll wrap things up here. Another fun one. Was wet. We got kind of all the elements. I got a very close, hard-fought football game. Mission Valley takes it 7-3. A low-scoring affair. You will listen to the game of the week here from West Franklin. I'm Blake Griffin for KOFO Sports, saying have a good night.
We hope you enjoyed our Game of the Week coverage on KOFO.com. Brought to you by CarStar, Quality Structures, Kansas State Bank, Lamb Roberts Price Funeral Home, Newco Concrete, and by Beanie's Body Shop and Repair, Impact Wealth Planners, Ottawa Veterinary Hospital, Sutton's Jewelry, also by Ottawa University, Arvest Bank, Advent Health Ottawa, Dingle & Son Mortuary, and by the Ottawa Herald, Midwest Auto Center, Blends and Trends, and Goppert State Service Bank. For more information about our next Game of the Week football broadcast, visit the KOFO Sports page at KOFO.com. This has been an exclusive presentation from your sports source for East Central Kansas, KOFO.